White flag raised. That off in the Leopardstown Christmas Grade 1 hurdle. 3 miles and 12 flights again in the guidebook. Straight into the lead, Floating Porter has opened up a clear early advantage over Fury Road and Sard de Burley, French Dynamite, followed by Bacardi's and the Storyteller as they turn to make their way into the back straight to the first flight. The Storyteller has won behind Bapom. Nicely spaced out, racing towards the first flight, and the 7-runner field led clearly by Floating Porter at the first, from Fury Road, Sard de Burley and French Dynamite racing together, and then Bacardi's, who's a clear fifth, and then the Storyteller and Bapom. On they go to flight number 2, clear of the field, Floating Porter, and Jonathan Moore jumped it well from Fury Road, and Sean Flanagan replacing Jack Kennedy. Jack is here. He's since been cleared to ride from race 5 onwards. Sard de Burley next, Mark Walsh on the inside of French Dynamite and Rachel Blackmore, and then Bacardi's and Patrick Mullins. The Storyteller, Dennis O'Regan, with the back marker, Bapom, Paul Townend. About to complete their jumping in the back straight as they cleared the third. Floating Porter upholding a cleared advantage to the end of the back straight with Fury Road in second place, and then Sard de Burley, French Dynamite, Bacardi's, the Storyteller, and Bapom. Very little changes in the order of running, if any at all. Floating Porter, 6 to 7 lengths in front of Fury Road, who's being followed by stable companion Sard de Burley, then French Dynamite, Bacardi's, the Storyteller, and Bapom. The field is closing up a little, coming to the flight on the turn into the straight, number 4. Floating Porter's lead has been greatly reduced by Fury Road, and then French Dynamite and Sard de Burley. The final 3 are Bacardi's, the Storyteller, and Bapom. At the top of the home straight, 2 miles to go as they head on to the flight in front of the stands, number 5, and the last one next time in the Leopardstown Christmas Grade 1 hurdle over 3 miles. It's Floating Porter with a reduced advantage over Fury Road, and then French Dynamite, who's moved a couple of lengths in front of Sard de Burley, recent graded winner of the Lismullen hurdle at Navan, and then Bacardi's, the Storyteller, and Bapom remains last of the 7. Coming up to past the winning post. A circuit to race and 7 flights left to jump as they head for the halfway stage. It's Floating Porter and Jonathan Moore by 4.5 to 5 lengths over Fury Road. Sean Flanagan. Third is French Dynamite and Rachel Blackmore, and fourth is Sard de Burley. And Mark Walsh, who's just lost a bit of ground to the top 3. They're followed round the bend by Bacardi's Patrick Mullins, the Storyteller, Dennis O'Regan, and last of all is Bapom and Paul Townend. Over the first of 2 at the halfway stage as they continue to work their way back towards the point at which they started. And yet to see another rival, Floating Porter, coming into the wings of the next flight, followed by Fury Road, who's been second all of the journey so far, and then the half colours of French Dynamite, Sard de Burley being followed towards the final mile and 2 by Bacardi's, the Storyteller, last but 1, and bringing up the rear is Bapom. At the end of a circuit, turning to make their way into the back straight with 5 flights left to jump, and again good spaces between first and last. Floating Porter maintains a 4 to 5 length advantage over Fury Road. In third place is French Dynamite, and then Sard de Burley, the JP McManus colours, in fourth. And then comes Bacardi's and the Storyteller, who has turned himself inside out this year, has won behind Bapom. At the first of 3 in the back straight, Floating Porter from Fury Road was a fraction closer in second, and third is French Dynamite. Sard de Burley is fourth, and Bacardi's the Storyteller, and Bapom. A mile left to go as they approach the middle flight in the back straight, and this will be 4 from the finish. Floating Porter skips over, good 3 lengths in front of Fury Road, French Dynamite, Sard de Burley, and then comes the Storyteller, who's picked up a spot at the expense of Bacardi's. Bacardi's is followed by stable companion Bapom. 6 furlongs to go as they head towards the third and final flight in the back straight. Floating Porter enjoying a 4-length advantage over Fury Road. French Dynamite and Sarda Burley are closing up. And then Bacardi's, the Storyteller, and Bapom heading towards the end of the back straight. 2 flights left to jump, and Floating Porter is coming back into the lap of French Dynamite and Fury Road, who's lost a place. Sarda Burley is in 4th, being followed by Bacardi's, who's just in behind them, then the Storyteller and Bapom. Half a mile from the finish, they've got 2 flights to jump. Floating Porter, all but joined by French Dynamite. Sarda Burley pushed up on the outside. Fury Road is struggling to hold position. And then Bacardi's and the Storyteller, 5 lengths to Bapom as they jump the second last. Good run of the final flight in the Leopardstown Christmas Hurdle. It's Floating Porter yet to be headed from French Dynamite. Sarda Burley's on the outside of Fury Road. Then Bacardi's and the Storyteller straightening for the final flight, and Floating Porter is kicked again. Sarda Burley is making a real meal of it on the outside of French Dynamite, being followed then by Fury Road and the Storyteller. Well clear of Awakening Bacardi's, who's being eased, but it's Floating Porter. Floating Porter over the final flight is clear of, in second, Sarda Burley, French Dynamite, Fury Road and the Storyteller. And it is Floating Porter, driven out by Jonathan Moore, is going to take his place with the Stairs at the top table. Floating Porter, what a win! Second is the Storyteller, Sarda Burley in third, and then Fury Road.